你们好，你们好吗？你们所在地区的天气怎么样？这里的天气很好，不冷不热。So I asked, how is the weather in your area? And I said that the weather here is fine. It's not cold and it's not hot. So in a previous lesson, we learned how to say the dates in Chinese. And I said that when you're saying the dates in Chinese, you start from the bigger one, which is the year. In English, we can say 10th of March 2023, but you can't say that in Chinese. There is an order. If you want to say this date in English, you will say 10th of March 2023, or you say March 10th, 2023. You can arrange it like that in English, but not in Chinese. If you're saying this date in Chinese, you will say the year before you say the month, before you say the date. The year is bigger than the month is bigger than the date. So this is how you say it in Chinese. You say 2023, you say March, you say 10th. That is 2023年3月10号，2023年3月10号. This is how you say it in Chinese. The year, the month before the date. While in English, you can say 10th of March 2023 or March 10th, 2023. This order is not only for saying the date. When you see a sentence, a Chinese sentence that has dates in it, date, time, you are to follow this order as well. And that is why I have some sentences here to explain what I am talking about to you. The first sentence is, I would like to go see a friend at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. I is the subject, right? In English, you can say this like this. You can also say, I would like to go see a friend tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Or you can say, at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. And it goes, it's fine like that. But in Chinese, you cannot. In Chinese, after the subject, you will say tomorrow, then say evening, because tomorrow is bigger than evening. So you say tomorrow, you say evening before you say 6 p.m. because evening is bigger than 6 p.m. You cannot say 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. You have to follow that order. You say tomorrow, you say evening before you say 6 p.m. And this comes after you say I. After that subject, I, you will now say tomorrow evening 6 p.m. before you put the action. This is the action. To go see a friend. Would like to go see a friend is the action. This action that is in the middle will now come last. See where I translated it to Chinese. 我 is I. 我明天 is tomorrow. 晚上 is evening. 6点 that's 6 o'clock. 想去看朋友. Do you see what I did there? After 我, I now brought tomorrow evening 6 p.m. That is what you have here. Tomorrow evening 6 p.m. Before you now bring the action, that thing you want to go do tomorrow, that is what will come last, as you have here. Here is the second sentence. I had breakfast at 7 a.m. this morning. This morning is to let us know we are not talking about breakfast of yesterday morning. The subject here is I. And after the subject, you will put today and say morning before you say 7 a.m. So here will be today, morning, 7 a.m. And that is what I did here. 我今天 is today. 早上 means morning, early morning. 7点 is 7 o'clock. 吃早饭. 早餐 is also breakfast. And lunch is 午饭 or 午餐. Dinner is 晚饭 or 晚餐. 我今天早上7点吃早饭. After 我, I wrote today because it happened today and it is this morning. Today is bigger than morning. Today in the morning, 7 o'clock, ate breakfast. That is what you have here. We will write the characters for these ones before we look at the other two sentences. I hope you can see what I'm doing. 明天晚上6点6点 2看朋友 This is 我今天早上7点吃 This is how to write 吃早饭 I will wipe this now and give us the other two sentences. Please note this down. So here are the two other sentences I want us to look at. The third one here is, I started learning Chinese in January this year. The subject is I. The action is started learning Chinese. So that action is going to come last. After I, what I will say is this year, January, not January this year, because year is bigger than the month. So after I, you say this year before you say January, and then started learning Chinese. And that is what I did here. 我今年is this year. 1月 is January. 开始 is how you say to start something. 开始学中文. You see that here is what you have at the end in this English sentence. But here in Chinese, it is now after the subject. And the subject is 我, I. So this is the order when you are making sentence in Chinese. You can't say 我开始学中文今年1月. No, it is very wrong. Like, it is wrong. You can't say it in Chinese. After subject, just say the time, and the year should come first if there is year. If there is no year and there is month, you put the month before you put date, if you have date here. Assuming I have a date, like January 10th is when I started learning Chinese. After 1月, I will put 10号 before I write 开始学中文. The fourth sentence here is, my birthday party starts at 2 p.m. this afternoon. So what is the subject in this sentence? The subject is not me. The subject is my birthday party. So my birthday party, and then when is it supposed to start? This afternoon. That is today afternoon. When you are saying it in Chinese, you say today. You say afternoon before you say 2 p.m. Then the action, which is starts, will now come in at the end. That is how to say it in Chinese. And that is what you have here. 我的生日派对. 生日 is birthday. If I ask you, 你的生日是什么时候? I'm asking you, when is your birthday? So 生日 is birthday. 派对 is the word for party. 我的生日派对今天下午2点开始。我的生日派对 my birthday party. See what I now did? This is 今天, which is today. 今天 is today. 下午 is afternoon. 2点 is 2 o'clock. That is 2 in the afternoon, since I wrote afternoon here. So it is 2 p.m. I'm talking about. 2点开始. See, this starts here now, is at the end, and you have it at the middle. When you're making a sentence in Chinese, after the subject comes the date and time. After the date and time is the action. The action comes last. I hope you now understand how to make a sentence like this in Chinese, and also when you see this in a text, you understand it. So we will write these characters before we call it a day. 我今年1月开始学中文. I started learning Chinese in January this year. I am actually speaking for my students. They started learning Chinese in January this year. So I'm going to be fast with these characters because we have written them many times. Kai shi. We have not written kai shi. This is how to write it. Kai shi. You remember this radical from ni hao. You see that Chinese character is not so difficult. Xue. We have written this character many times. Zhong Wen. My birthday party. Wo de sheng, as in 学生. You remember that sheng ri. You remember this ri, pai dui. See how to write pai dui. 1, 2, 3. You do like this. Do like this. You do it again. Go like this. Then like this. Like this. This is pai. And this is dui. Pai dui. 今天下午2 Do you remember how to write 2 点 1 2 3 4 Kai, the kai we did just now. Shi. I'm trying to manage my space. Kai shi. I hope this is clear enough. 我的生日派对今天下午2点开始. Please note these sentences down and try to say them over and over so as to master how to say them, and also try to make other sentences using dates. You know, the way we did this one. Sentences like, I wake up at 7 a.m. every morning. 我每天7点起床. You know, they will help you to understand this better. Just experiment with other sentences. I would like to see them. Please let me see your notes, and I would like to see sentences you made on your own. That will be your 作业. So this is our 作业. And that will be all for today. Till our next class is 下课再见.